Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Best Countries to Date a Foreigner. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. And you should also tell all your friends and family about this great channel. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. There's a very interesting new phenomena out there being created by all the inflation people are now experiencing in the United States. The more expensive things become in the US, the more difficult and expensive it's becoming to date or even marry someone. While it used to be expensive to date years ago, now with the crazy rate of inflation, it's become even more expensive and challenging to date than ever before because so many of the bars and restaurants that people used to go to meet one another are now closed. So what are single people doing? Well, they're starting to look for people to date outside of the US, places where the cost of living is much lower and much more affordable. So where are they looking and traveling to find the love of their life? Well, some of the popular destination countries include Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Central America, Eastern Europe, and of course, the Philippines. Don't make the mistake and think that the only reason they're going to these countries is to keep their dating expenses or their marriage expenses even lower. There's another reason they're all going to these foreign countries. A lot of single people who do this will say that it's not just about the money anymore. They say that our culture is making it more and more difficult and expensive and challenging to date. They say that too many single people have unreasonable demands and expectations and financial requirements that make prolonged dating more challenging and sometimes even impossible with them. A lot of people believe that the financial cost of dating in the US is simply too high and unreasonable, so they're simply opting out and going offshore. But it's not just the cost. A lot of singles feel that they're not being appreciated, and the people they are meeting simply aren't thankful for anything that's being done for them. They're not just talking about opening a door for them or buying them a meal. Singles are complaining about the rude and demanding nature of other singles. Singles are complaining about the rude and demanding nature of other singles, and it makes them feel like they're not appreciated, even after they do something nice for them. They say that the entire dating phenomena is now too transactional. We're hearing endless stories about people simply agreeing with someone to go out on a date just so they can get a free dinner out there somewhere after work. That seems to be a really popular thing now. People agreeing to meet for a drink or for dinner after work just so they can get a free meal or drink out of the entire hookup. Another thing that we hear about is how one single person with children will expect the other single person to pay for their babysitting costs while they're out on a date. What's amazing to us is how many millennials will invite someone to their place, to their home, to their apartment on a first date without even speaking to the person beforehand. Another weird phenomenon is how people are now willing to meet or arrange dates via text without ever even talking by phone, without hearing their voices. They just send a text and say, come on over, how about 9 o'clock? That's just amazing to me. So people are going overseas to other countries and they're meeting singles there. And they're amazed by what they're finding. They're finding and meeting people who are much less demanding and who are much more humble and modest and who are very polite and very grateful. Now, of course, if you're not careful, you will be approached by all sorts of dating scammers or hookers or creeps or, and they're all trying to take advantage of you, but you just have to be very, very careful. If you go online and search for foreign dating scamming techniques, you'll hear about all the crazy things that people try to scam you with. But if you're cautious, careful, and smart, and you use your better judgment and never drink on a date, then it will be much easier for you. Why shouldn't you drink on a date in a foreign country? Because that eliminates the possibility of somebody drugging you. That's how a lot of shady behavior begins. First, they give you a drug and your drink, and then all sorts of craziness happens after that once you're passed out. So stay sober. Believe me, you'll survive if you don't drink on a date. Another thing that people love about dating foreigners overseas is that the behavior of the people they meet is oftentimes so much more reasonable than the people they've been meeting in the United States, especially if they don't meet them in a bar. If you meet somebody in a non-bar or non-club setting, then the chances of it going well increase. Also, if the person you're meeting is escorted to the date by a mother or a parent who's chaperoning them, then that's usually a very good sign. I know you're thinking, who brings a parent to a first date? But in a lot of foreign cultures, it happens all the time. It's their way of making sure that that their child's not meeting with or dating a psycho. Just make sure the person that shows up is in fact a parent and not some pimp bringing them to meet you. One thing to be very wary of is in some parts of the world, the single woman's family expects the new boyfriend or husband to support her entire family. Think long and hard before you go down that road, because a situation like that can break most people financially. It'll ruin everything in time, unless you're in a position financially to support her entire family. But if you're being safe and smart and careful, and you meet someone wonderful and find the romance you've always dreamed of, then incredible things are possible. Good luck to you. Thank you for watching. And I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new story. Bye-bye.